Greetings, brothers of Omega. I thank God for you, and I thank God for our brother who we have today on the call, Brother Robert Shoffner. He's going to talk with us about our financial situation, financial health, should I say. And Brother Shoffner has a wealth of experience in banking. He holds securities licenses of Series 7, 63, and 24. So this brother has a lot to offer to us. So I know we're still pretty early in the year, Brother Shoffner. Could you give us some tips or tidbits on some of the things that we could be doing or thinking about in terms of our financial well-being?
Would be happy to, and thank you for inviting me on, Brother Devin. Before I give you a few tips, I just want to talk about finances for brothers and how finances plays a part in really all aspects of your life. So, when we're under financial stress, it affects us physically. It's a major impact on both of our physical and mental health. Yes. And that may be manifested in terms of we got diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure. We may see ourselves going up in weight. I just talked to a brother and I said, we were talking and he said he's over 300 pounds. And well, wow. He wasn't there before, but he's been under stress this last year. Could be stroke, could be diet, could be depression, could be a lot of things. So it impacts that dimension. It impacts our relationships when we're under financial stress. Honestly, the leading cause of relationships breaking up has something to do with finances.
Absolutely.
And by the way, as you think about this, if you're under financial stress with your spouse, guess who else is under financial stress? Your kids. Because your kids see, they're watching you. Mm-hmm. They become aware of the financial stress and it may affect their performance in school or their own health. And then finally, spiritual from Brother Devin is chaplain. Financial stress in your life can cause you to be less connected to God. Because what we try to do as men, we try to solve our financial problems through our own power rather than trusting God to provide for all our needs. And God provides everything for us.
Great.
So we have less fellowship. I'm going to rely upon myself. My spiritual growth may be stifled because I'm trying to do it all myself. So that, that's the financial impact of what's going on. But some things you could do right now. One, just understand your household's cash flow. Write it down. Write down the information. Don't put it in your head and like, I think I got it. What's your income? Wages, salaries, bonuses, etc. What's your expenses? And be honest about that. If you're not quite sure about some of your expenses, then every time you spend some money, there's a lot of tools out there that you can use. But you know what? All right, I'm really spending this amount each month on entertainment. I've got HBO Max. I've got Prime, I've got Hulu, I've got Disney, I've got this, I got that. Oh, I didn't realize I was spending quite that much.
Yes.
So to improve your household cash flow, you want to prepare a budget. You want to track your expenses in detail. You want to label your expenses. This is really key. Are they needs or are they wants? So a lot of things we want. Think of your kids. They maybe need a new pair of shoes for school, but they want a PlayStation 5.
That's true. Yes.
And then your savings. Every financially healthy household should have some basic savings or an investing plan. And do you have things in mind? If you got young kids, you even got grandkids, if you establish a 529 plan for them, done something on your own retirement, whatever it might be. Right now, I would just tell you, the savings rate for a savings account in the bank is less than the inflation rate.
Wow.
So you probably want to think about putting your money into something else other than just putting it in savings.
Absolutely.
And then what I call your vital signs in finances are credit health. Are you paying your bills on time? Do you pay off your credit card bills each month in full, or are you carrying a balance? For instance, if you have a $4,000 credit card balance and you make the minimum payment and you never charge another dime, take you 29 years to pay it off.
My goodness. My goodness.
So paying your bills by the due date is critically important. Take advantage of US laws. You can get a free copy of your credit report every 12 months, but there's services like Credit Karma that are free, and you can keep track of what's going on with your credit scores, as well as see how things are being reported for you. You know, you're not going to change overnight. So try to, you know, if you're in the 500s, how do I get to the mid 500s? How do I get to 600? How to go from there to get to 700? You can do it. It may take a bit of time. Try to keep your credit card balances no more than 50% of your available credit. Now, this is a one that will take some time, but try to get a rainy day fund, some cash reserves.
Yes.
At least 3 to 6 months of living expenses, and be intentional about it. So save some money each month.
Yes.
I always said money doesn't come with instructions. When you first got your grandparents or someone gave you your first dollar, they said, Devin, go buy yourself something. Go get some candy, go get something. But no one said, you know what? Take 10% and save it. Take another 10% and give it to God. No, they didn't give you instructions.
Yeah.
So we don't know what to do. And you can see it manifest itself. People get some money a lot of times, and what do? They want to go make themselves feel better, so they go shop.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
yes.
You know, you want to protect against identity theft, particularly through here right now. A lot of fraud going out there right now. You do want to plan. So talk about your finances with your spouse. That's critical. Probably want to put a estate plan in place if you can. And then just some debt management, 10 steps to digging out of debt now in there. Figure out how much debt you have. Ask yourself, how did it pile up so high? Because you got to understand so you don't repeat the mistake. Where's your money going now? Again, write it down. Design a plan to dig out. How can you find more money? And there's some real techniques you can do to get out of debt. Keep up with minimum payments, pay extra towards your highest rated debt, move balances, the lower amount of interest you pay. Don't give up. It'll take some time. And then at the end, you're going to be digging that you're in control of your debt situation. But there's a very systematic approach, and you can get out of debt. So I'll just stop there.
Very good, Brother Shoffner. You know, all of it's great. A couple of things you said really stood out to me about taking some, vital signs of your financial situation. And you talked about paying attention to your credit. I do have an account with Experian where I'm able to, I have the app on my phone. I'm able to check it. I get alerts, different things going on. The other thing was write it down. And for the past, 20, 30 years, I've been using Microsoft Money for my personal finances. So everything, every dime that comes in, every dime that goes out, goes in to Microsoft Money. And for the businesses that I've run and that I run now, I've always used QuickBooks just to keep me, sane, for the lack of a better term. So those were great points. And brothers, we're gonna have Brother Shoffner. We're gonna continue our conversation. But I'd like to share this with you. Money is mentioned 140 times in the King James Version of the Bible. So it's a pretty important topic to God. So it should be very important to us, as Brother Shoffner alluded to. And I want to share Proverbs 30, chapter 30, verse 24 through 25, which says, 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. Ants are creatures of little strength, yet they store up their food in the summer. Brothers, Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon on the study of the chaplain.